Happy Mabon, happy Autumn Equinox, Radiant Spirits. It's Feather with Feathers Ancient Wisdom for a special reading of the season. It's Seasons of the Witch, Mabon Oracle by Lorraine Anderson and Juliet Diaz. Now, I've not used this deck before. Brand spanking new. Beautiful cards. I love the foil on the sides in orange. Perfect for the season. All right, let's get into this. So this is going to take us all the way to Halloween, okay? That's when the next Seasons of the Witch Oracle starts for the Witch's Wheel of the Year. Woo, here we go. So for Monday, we've got root vegetables, 33. In those hidden places where most fear to go is where the most nourishment is waiting for you to behold, okay? I love the owl energy. We've been getting, I've been seeing owl a lot lately. And so root vegetables are something that if you follow eating through the seasons, that this is something that you're going to want to start consuming. And it's where there are nutrients under the earth when it's already past harvest season. And now we're looking into food that are the root vegetables. Okay, so you're going to want to start incorporating these into your diet. These are going to be your carrots, your potatoes, anything else, that's a tuber. You're going to want to go ahead and start incorporating those into your diet on Monday. And as far as like an actual message in those hidden places where most fear to go, the most nourishment is waiting for you to behold. So this is inviting us to go, I feel, into more of our shadow self again, into those hidden recesses of our psyche, into those places within our soul that we're not really acknowledging on a daily basis, and we've kind of pushed it aside. And this is inviting us to really step into those spots within ourselves and really face those fears that we have, face those shadow aspects of ourselves, okay? Because that's how you transmute, right? The most nourishment is waiting for you to behold. For you to actually get some good out of it, you need to deal with these energies, deal with those things that are hidden and ignored. You've been putting it on the back burner for so long, whatever that is, it's time for you to start focusing on it on Monday, okay? All right, Tuesday. I'm sorry, I'm reading this as like a weekly reading. I was going to pull 7 cards like a weekly reading would normally do, so that's why I was saying that it was Monday. But again, this is a seasonal reading, and this is going through until Halloween. So, you can start doing it now. You can start doing it Monday. You can start doing it sooner, but the sooner the better, okay? All right, Witch's Rosary. Craft your skills with intentions repeated, a practice of magic powered by purpose. I love this. All right, witches or not witches, right? There's a lot of you that may be listening that don't resonate with Wicca or paganism in any sense, okay? However, if you are Christian, just know that a lot of your rituals have come from the pagans, okay? That's what happened way back when, how they were trying to convert the pagans into Christians, was they incorporated a lot of their holidays, a lot of their rituals, and candle lighting is one of them. And I love to see that this circle of candles here, and even like the Catholic Church does this. They have the altar full of candles where you can go ahead and you can light a candle, and it's like setting your intention, setting your prayer for somebody, right? This is similar. All right, you're crafting your skills with intentions repeated, a practice of magic powered by purpose. So whatever it is that you want to create, whatever it is that you want to intend, whatever it is that you want to manifest into reality, it's taking that time and focusing on it, right? That's how the power of intention, the law of attraction works, is you have to get your mindset and you have to get your energy in that same vibrational frequency. And you do that by thinking about it, by putting yourself in those shoes. If it's something that you want to manifest, okay, put yourself in those shoes. What is it going to feel like when you have that thing? And imagine you already have it. Put yourself into that vibration, right? And it's whatever it is that you're putting your intention in. Did you know, like, simple things like crochet and knitting, like, as you're doing that, you're like kind of doing not magic, is what a witch would say. And so as you're knitting that blanket for a new baby to be, you're wishing them well. You're thinking about all the happy days that they're going to have ahead with this blanket. You're hoping that that blanket's going to keep them warm and keep them safe. And as you are knitting and crocheting, you're putting that energy into that blanket or the scarf or whatever it is that you're making. So whatever it is that you're doing, I'm getting mega chills right now. The universe wants to make sure that it's not an empty craft. It's not an empty wish or intent, that you're really putting your energy into it and putting it behind it, because that's what makes it powerful. That's what makes it magic. And that's what makes it manifest. All right, what else do we have for Mabon energy for this beautiful season? Thank you, goddesses. Thank you, Lord and Lady. Some of you may not know the witches actually worship duality. Coven. They worship the Lord and the Lady. All right. Coven 9. I am you and you are me. When we come together, we are all we seek. So this is going to be a time for getting together with your loved ones, okay? Which is not just, a witch's coven, so to speak, right? Hence the card. But for anybody else outside, it's just about that soul family. And it's about coming together, and you know them. They're your bestie. They're your sibling. They're your, whoever it is for you. That, like, when you guys are together, you're more powerful as one, right? You guys can both set your intentions and you can manifest. So it's all about getting together, coming together with those that, are in your circle, in your sphere, right? That's what a coven kind of is. It's your peeps. Get them all together. Have a party, maybe. Just spend more time amongst them. If you can't meet in person, we've got technology now. It's all about the phone. It's all about Zoom. Whatever you can do to, like, just really come together, because you're gonna need to come together. That's all it is. We are all we seek. So always be sure that you go to that person and bounce your ideas off of them. Talk. If you've been bottling up your feelings inside, this is your sign to pick up that phone and start talking to somebody, okay? If you're feeling alone, this is your time to connect with somebody. And if you feel like you're all alone, connect with me. I'm here for you, okay? I'll be your coven girl. So I'm getting very emotional all of a sudden about this card, about just, like, really needing to have somebody. So I just want to make sure that that's out there for those of you who feel like you don't have anyone. You're always going to have me. You can always come here. You can slip into my DMs on Instagram, Feathers Ancient Wisdom over there. Feel free to reach out. You are never alone, okay? Alrighty. Thank you. All right, another message already. Well, can't make this up, people. What's she doing? She's crocheting, knitting. You are woven with an embrace, protected, loved, and the familiarity of finally being home. Again, this is getting me emotional because I really feel like there's some people that are lonely right now. And one thing that blankets, provide for us besides just warmth is that embrace, is that protected feeling that we are secure and we are loved. Okay. So, knitting or not knitting, it's grab your favorite sweater, grab your, what were the Snuggies, I think, those like backwards robes. Grab your robe, grab your blanket, and cuddle up. I mean, like, seriously, take a minute and do this by yourself, or with loved ones if you've got, and snuggle up with each other. But if you're all alone, just grab that item and snuggle yourself up into it. And I want you to like hug yourself, okay? Give yourself a hug and just feel it. And if you want to cry, cry. If you get overwhelmed with love, embrace it and feel it. And know that somebody loves you. And that person is you. You are all you have got your entire life. From birth to death, it's you. You're the one with you every single day, every step of the way. And it doesn't matter what you think. The truth is that you love you. And say it to yourself. Give yourself a big hug and say, I love you. I love me. And have a moment with yourself and feel that, because ultimately that's home. That feeling, that's home. And it's when other people and other places feel like that, that's how you know that someone or someplace is home. But you have to recognize what that feels like first, and what that feels like to yourself. What does it feel like to have a hug from yourself? Okay. So really get snuggy with yourself. All right. I love you and you love you. We got something in common. All right. Let's see what else the universe has in store for us. What other beautiful messages? Thank you, universe. Thank you, Lord and Lady. Thank you, crows, as they are pictured in here. Thank you, moon. Woo, woo, woo. All right, that's what came out. We're going to maybe get back to you. Set you aside. Alrighty, breath work. Allow your breath to expand and expand your spirit and fill your heart. Okay, so if you're not doing breath work, this is a chance to already do breath work. So it's all about taking deep breaths in and, okay, I'm going to show you a few different ones. Okay, well, not really show you because you can't see me. I apologize for that, but the cards are what is most important here, so you're going to get my voice. Anyway, there are several that I like to do, but because this is about breath work, I'm feeling that this is the one that is going to be really useful for us, okay? So let's just take a moment and do it right now. We're just going to breathe in with our nose. Oops, sorry, I got to stop. And breathe in with our nose, really deep. and then hold it for a couple and let it out. Okay, now part of what breath work is as well, there are several different things. One, if you hold in for longer than you exhale, it is calming. It's actually proven to be so. So you can like breathe in for 2 and hold for 3 and then exhale for 2. So hold it. So just like that, just count as you're in your mind as you're breathing in, hold it for a longer period of time, and then exhale for that shorter period of time, okay? And that helps calm and relax. So that's one of the breath techniques that you can do. Another one that you can do a visualization as well, which I really loved when I learned this one, is you're going to be breathing in, and it's almost as if you're breathing in from the very top of your head through your chakra column, right? It goes all the way down through your spine. It goes out your root chakra down into the earth, okay? So from, let's just use her, right? From her crown chakra, we are all going to breathe in and imagine this air, this white light coming in and just like showering you, okay? And just completely filling you up and covering you, going out your arms and down your torso and down both of your legs and into the earth, okay? If you're standing or if you're sitting, it's through your root, but still through your legs to the ground as well, okay? There's another technique that you can use that I am getting to that I really love. So that was like one visualization you could do. The other one that I really love is you're just breathing normally, kind of. You know, it can be in through your nose, out through your mouth. And you're just breathing normal. But with each breath you're taking, you're picturing that oxygen coming into your lungs and going into all of those capillaries, you know, everything, and filling up all of those different branches in your lungs. Okay, and once your lungs are all done, you're still breathing, just normal like. You're not doing anything. You're not holding your breath at any point. You're just continuing to breathe. But then from there, it's radiating out, and you're feeling the oxygen go through into your arms and into your head and down into your body and down all the way to your toes. So it's just like as you're breathing, you're just visualizing those oxygen molecules going and filling up your body from the inside as it touches each and one of those cells. Because as the oxygen comes in, it goes out and through your blood, and it gets carried around to all of your organs and everything within your body. So it's almost like, imagine that. Imagine like you're a little oxygen molecule and going in and where you're headed and how you're filling up your body, right? Traveling all over the place. And it just helps you and your mind get the idea of that oxygen getting everywhere in your body, because it's already going to be doing that, right? It does it on its own, pretty much. We're just machines that just do this automatically, right? But it's really nice to sit with yourself and like focus on what it is your breath actually does and how it cares for you and how it nourishes you from the inside out. Okay. And then while you're doing that, you know, allow your breath to expand your spirit and fill your heart. Okay. So this is an invitation to also meditate with it. So if you're simply just doing some breath work, breathing in and out, imagine, you know, that beautiful bright light coming in and filling your heart and how that feels. All right. And anything that comes to mind, you know, just a tiny little meditation, you know, is what we're invited to do in this season right now. Sit with the self. Okay, what else we got going on? Whew. All right, peppers. I've got a kitty named Pepper. All right. Be fierce about the ways in which you protect yourself. Allies await. Mm, 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 mm. Okay. Okay. So, in the witch community, there are different ways in which they protect themselves. Okay. There are charms. I'm getting chills. I'm telling you guys all these different things. There's the evil eye. I'm sure you guys have all been aware of that. I even have one sitting right here. A little evil eye charm. Okay. That's something. There are actual, oils and sprays that you can purchase or you can concoct yourself um, for protection. Um, I have some that I've acquired over the years um, through different, places, different people. There are gemstones you can use. I was just reading up on black tourmaline last night. That one, if you don't have it in your collection, you're going to want to look for black tourmaline. Okay. Black tourmaline is very protective, very cleansing of your energy. Okay. And you're going to want some of that. So, this is kind of like getting into the darker days, right? So autumn equinox is when we're back at equal light and equal day, just like we had in spring, right? And in spring, we saw it get to the maximum with summer, the brightest and longest day. And then once we hit winter solstice, we'll be back at the darkest day. So from here at equinox autumn to equinox spring, we're getting darker and darker until sorry until solstice. We're getting darker and darker, and then the light comes back right with solstice as we get closer to equinox again. So it's a cyclical period of time, and so this is the darker time as we're getting darker. As we're getting darker, for whatever reason, things around us may seem darker. We're going to watch a lot of horror movies, right? We're going to see a lot more of that kind of thing come up. And whether or not things are true or not, it can get in our psyche that something, a force, a person is out to get us. And it may not be paranoia. It may be reality, people. There are, unfortunately, people with ill intent in the world, okay? And it's their simple intent of wishing harm on somebody else that affects us, because that's an energy, right? That's what they're putting out, their energy frequency, and then we're feeling that. Okay, whether it's directed completely at us or people like us. We're getting into election season, and this country in America is really polarized, extremely polarized right now. It's insane. And people are triggered, and people are in, I don't like to use the word even, but hate. They like to spread hate. And you're going to be feeling that. No matter what side of the aisle on, it's possible to feel it on either side, right? Or, you're an independent and you're feeling it from everybody because you're the lone wolf out there following the Freedom Party or something, right? Or the Forward Party is the newest one. Anyway, you're going to want to protect yourself, is what it comes down to. And this is your warning, so to speak, and your invitation to look into the things that appeal to you. You like to wear jewelry, grab some of those stones. It doesn't have to be black tourmaline. It could be any of those black stones, onyx, obsidian, smoky quartz, any of that, sister. Grab some of that and adorn yourself. Okay, gentlemen, grab a stone from your local hippie magic shop and throw it in your pocket. Sometimes they even have, flatter stones, and you can stick it in your wallet. So then you have it with you all the time. So that's something simple. And then you can go and do your own research, on what is something that is going to cleanse you as far as aromatically, okay? Um, and then, of course, the evil eye is everywhere. You can always grab something like that too. But this is your warning. Protect yourself, because energies are changing, energies are shifting, and you're going to be feeling the vibes of somebody else around you, and you don't want to be caught in their wake. Okay, so it's shields up, people. It does say allies await. Of course, we all have our allies. We all have our circle, our beautiful friend circle. So not to worry, you've got somebody on your back and on your side and everything like that. Okay, so that's the other part of the card, is you don't have to worry too much, because you are going to have help. And again, feeling alone, feeling like you don't have an ally, DM your friend Feather over here. Alrighty, let's see, how are we feeling? Yeah, I guess we got more cards. Harvest Moon, slow your heart and move gently into the coming of self. I feel like, well, I don't know my moons well enough to tell you which month is the harvest moon, first of all. Did it already pass? Was it this last full moon, or is it the one coming up? Either way, I believe it's October full moon, okay? Could be wrong. Don't quote me. But that is definitely going to be a day for full moon. The next full moon, let's go with, because that's what we're doing here, is we're doing this upcoming season. So we're going to go with the upcoming full moon, which will be in October. And this is to slow your heart and move gently into the coming of self. So I feel like there's going to be a huge transitional change within ourselves, right? We're already kind of like digging deep, starting off over here, and we're kind of like working on our intent, and we're connecting, and we're focusing on self-love and our breath work to like really dive deep into ourself. And we're going to be putting up our protections so that we don't have anybody else messing with this beautiful energy that we're creating with ourselves. And then once full moon comes along, it's like we've really grown into becoming this version of ourselves. Okay, so you're going to see some huge transformation within yourself from today, Mabon, Autumn Equinox, through Halloween, Samhain. Okay, so I'm getting major chills. There's a lot coming, and it's all about keeping yourself centered, keeping yourself true to yourself, and really owning it. We just had a reading last week that was all about, or this last full moon that I did, a special reading for the Lunar Eclipse, okay, was all about stepping into our power. And I would say that reading is definitely good for like the upcoming, lunar cycle till harvest moon. So this is really, getting chills, really a period about you stepping into your power. I'm feeling the need to sit upright right now and not slouch, and correcting my posture. So feel that power and that energy within yourself, because it is wanting to shine. It is wanting to come out. And this is kind of the, all right, now we got to like really dig deep inside of ourselves and really pull this spirit out of where we've been keeping it and hiding it, because she wants to shine. And she's coming out October full moon. Okay. So, it's a process, and it's not easy. Change is never easy. It's always uncomfortable. Okay. So when you're feeling uncomfortable, it's all about sticking with it, staying the course. Okay. Don't give up. I'm going to cry right now. I feel like it. Because the only person you're giving up on is yourself. So don't give up. Keep on working on yourself. Keep on digging deep for that beautiful soul of yours, because the world wants to see it and they're ready to see it next full moon. Okay? You're coming into yourself, coming into your own. That beautiful radiant spirit that you've been hiding away is needing to come out and shine. The world needs all of the light because we're getting darker. It's the darker season of the year. So each one of us needs to be that beautiful beacon of light out there in the world, so we could combat anybody coming at us with some negative energy and just shine that beautiful light right back at them. Okay? Whew. Okay, I feel like that's definitely kind of the end of this reading. We did have a flyer sort of come out, and that is this one. Shape-shifting. Transformation is not the loss of what once was. It is the evolution of the more powerful self. What did we just talk about? Yeah, so I saw this card. I didn't read it. I definitely didn't read it. But it's very much in line with what I just said. So we are in this moment of transformation, this period of transformation. And you need to understand that it's not a goodbye. Okay? It's not a loss. You're only going to gain here. All right? Sometimes we do miss things and people of our past selves. I've recently gone through, we're always evolving. We're always transforming. We're always changing and growing, right? So I've went through a period of time where I lost someone really close to me. Not death, just friendship, okay? But it was absolutely devastating to lose this friend of mine. It really hit home. It was like, what in the world is happening? And I really had to sit with it and think about it a lot, because I felt the loss. I almost was like grieving that person as if they had passed away, because they were such a presence in my life, and then all of a sudden an absence. But you have to understand that everybody is on their own individual path, and it's like roads. I'm gonna move these cards over. And for those of you who haven't been with me in previous readings, sometimes cards are sticky and there's a card behind, and I don't necessarily feel the need to read those cards. So that's why as I'm moving, you see some other cards. Anyway, so it's like you have two people and you're on the same path for a while, right? But then someone starts to go this way, and pretty soon you guys aren't on the same path anymore. And it feels like a loss, because you loved having them there, and you loved being close with them. But everybody's on their own path. And sometimes things go windy and you guys come back together again. You never know. I mean, really, ultimately, roads are windy all over the place. And, everybody's going every which way. And it's just those points of connection where we meet up on the path again. Sometimes that's the case with friends and family members. Okay? Other times it's a deviation, and that's just the way it is in this lifetime, that the soul contract that you guys had in place was fulfilled. They provided you everything that they needed to provide you in this lifetime. So sit with that even and think about that. Okay, this person, as I'm moving into this new phase of life, I'm noticing that this person I'm not really connecting with as much. We've kind of like fallen out of friendship, or however it is. And so it's like, why? What did that person provide to me? Reflect on that. Reflect on what you gained from them. What did they provide you when you knew them? Because 100% they gave you a gift. There's a lesson in there that you learned through your experience with them, and lesson fulfilled. Okay, so look at it that way. Look at what things that you are gaining, and while people and places and things may go away, they have left you the lesson that they needed to. Okay, so you're taking all of that with you. All of that experience and wisdom is still coming with you into the future, and you are stepping into your new self, and it's gonna be a thing. It's gonna be you know possibly a little uncomfortable, but you've got this. Okay, I'm here for you every step of the way. Please feel free to like, follow, subscribe, whatever, leave a comment, let me know how it's going. DM me on Instagram if you want to talk, and let's get through this together, friends. My beautiful radiant spirit, it looks like a beautiful season is ahead for us all. I hope you really take this reading to heart and really step into your power, all the way through the harvest moon. Well, blessings, love and light to you.